The court, draw near and you shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today is April 15. Welcome to the Lawrence County Municipal Court. I'm Judge Capper. This first things we do on the docket are reviews for people who've been here and have things that are in order to do, and this is a check to see how that's progressing. So if you're here for that, when your name's called, come up to the table to your right, stand there. If you don't get called, think you should have, you need to go check in with the clerk, which is to the right as you leave the courtroom. Call the reviews.
Raymond S. Brown, Jeremy Butcher, Heather Chin, Tracy Crockrell, Jeremy Daniels, Edward C. Dean, Angela DeHart, Brenda Griner.
Raymond Brown.
Yes, sir.
21, 1965. Okay. Do you have a payment on your funds today?
Yes, sir.
How much are you paying?
$40.
You got community service to do.
Okay.
What's our cleanup days? May 2nd?
April 27th and May 4th.
May 4th. Okay, I'm getting them wrong. April 27th, May 4th. You can get double credit. You got 5 days of community service you're supposed to do.
Okay.
You need to be here, and this has gone on long enough. I need a commitment. When are you going to be here?
I'll show up those 2 days.
Okay. Put him down for April 27th, May 4th. I'll set your next hearing. May 13th will be your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
See the clerk to make your payment today.
All right. Thank you.
Jeremy Butcher, sorry. Jeremy Butcher is here, 19483. You just have to make payments.
Yes.
You making a payment today?
Yes, sir.
How much?
20.
All right. Mondays or Fridays?
Either one.
You're working, aren't you?
Yeah, but they let me work second shift whatever day I have court.
Okay. May 20. That's a Monday.
Thank you.
See the clerk. Heather Chin, 2017-61, 2017-11, 2010-86. She's at Bethesda. That's a good report. Good job.
Thanks. I did community service on Saturday to go towards my fines, and then I'm also going to pay on them.
Okay, what are you paying?
Like 15.
Okay. You heard what I said about double credit days.
Yeah.
Did you get those days?
I did Saturday.
No, he says coming up.
Oh, okay.
There's some more days coming up.
Can we
May
write that
4th,
down?
April 27th are both double credit days.
Okay.
You get 2 days credit for doing one day. Okay, I'll set you, does it matter if it's Mondays or Fridays?
No.
May 24th. I'll be your next hearing. That's a
Thank you, Your
Friday.
Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
See the clerk. Tracy Crocker, 2589. Okay, you still have community service to do?
Yes, I'm just waiting for better weather. I had it transferred to Ironton, but they said they didn't do it when it was raining.
Okay, you live in Ironton?
Yes.
Okay, well, you gotta get this done, because it's been a while and you haven't done anything. I need a commitment as to, you either gotta get here or get to Ironton. I want a date when you're gonna do it.
Well, I was going to go in just the first day wasn't going to rain.
Okay, tomorrow, you're gonna be at Ironton Municipal, all right?
That's fine.
Okay. Mr. Cooper can check that to make sure. Do you have a payment on your funds today?
Not today.
Okay. you gotta get this done. This is a case that's gone on 4 years. Now, some of that time you were out of pocket, not doing what you're supposed to, but now you got these hearings, so let's get it done so you can quit coming to these hearings, okay?
Okay,
May 13th is your next hearing,
all right, thank you.
9 o'clock. Once you get it done, you don't have to come back.
Okay, thank you.
Jeremy Daniels, 17,367, Jeremy Daniels. Only thing, he paid his fines, but he was supposed to go to counseling at Press Terra. I have no report that he did that, so there'll be a bench warrant issued for failure to appear. Everett Dean, 22,324. 2230 was the leaving the scene. 213371 was an ODI. So the ODI actually looks like it may be finished. Okay, we'll consider that one finished. The other two you've got 2.5 days, I would say, of community service left and some fines to pay.
Yes, I was gonna make a payment, but I got the OBI class Saturday, so I had to pay $625.
Wow.
So, yeah, I gotta do it in
Which
Portsmouth.
one? Portsmouth is
Yeah.
charging that much?
Yeah, so, I should have it
Well, we're gonna
paid.
have one here, we haven't had one for a while, but there's one starting June 1st. Do we know how much it's gonna cost? Shouldn't have let them know it's $625. Because they don't all charge the same. I know there's one in Ross County that's still a copy that doesn't charge that much. So I'm not sure what the one here, because it's just starting out, is going to charge. But anyway, okay, I'll let it slide this month. I'll set your next hearing for May 20th. Get your community service done too. You got those dates when you can get double credit, right?
Yeah, I work 60 hours a week, so I gotta try to find a day. What day did you say?
It's better than going to jail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in lieu of you going to jail. You get a jail sentence that's suspended if you'll go to community service. So don't complain about going to community service, because the other alternative is to go to jail.
You said May what?
The double credits, May 4th and April 27th.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. May 20th, 9 o'clock. That's your next meeting. Angela DeHart, 23,681. Is that Bethesda? It's a good report. It says you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Thank you.
You have to pay, you ordered just to pay court costs.
Yes.
Can you pay those?
No, actually, no. Maybe at the end of the month. I've started community service, though.
Okay.
Does that go towards it?
I'll let you do community service for it.
Okay, thank you.
How much does she, what's the?
I think it's 2.
110.
Oh.
So if you come to one of the double days,
yeah, then
it
I'll-
knocks it out.
Yeah, I was
You have
gonna say.
$10 left.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll set your next hearing for May 24th, 9 o'clock.
May 24th.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your
You're
Honor.
welcome. Good job on your counseling.
Thank you so much.
Brenda Griner,
Yes, sir.
222709. Okay. I'm not showing you, have you done anything on your case?
Yes, I completed my 30 hours of community service last Thursday, and I talked to Josh.
Okay. it's
So I
not-
did that, and then this morning we paid my fine and court fees in full online. So it won't reflect yet, but it's online. We have a receipt for it.
Okay. And, okay, if that's correct, that's gonna finish you up, because you didn't have to go to the driver intervention program. So what I'm gonna do, because it's not showing yet, and believe it or not, people have lied to me in court before.
I have it on my phone if you want to see it, so.
So I gotta see it. So what I'm gonna do, I'll set you another hearing date, but if it shows up that you did pay it, and your community service is shown completed, you don't have to come back, but you'll be
Okay.
finished.
Alrighty.
So I'll set it for May 24th. You don't have to appear if everything checks out, but you complete it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Joshua Hay, Brandon Masters, Jared Nance, Taylor Parmenter, Austin Pritchard, Stephanie Romans, Sheila Scarberry, John Smith.
All right, Josh Hay. Josh is not here. Okay. He still owes some on his fines and court costs.
Norm, I'm Jonathan Hay. I was told he was on his way to the hospital. I told him he'd need to bring documentation of that in 7 days.
I'll give him 7 days. Brandon Masters, 23/4/21, Brandon Masters. And he's been called for, hasn't appeared, he hasn't done anything on his case, so he gets a warrant for not appearing. Jared Nance, 22/08/12. Any service is done. He graduated from RRS.
Yes, sir.
You used to have to pay off your fines and costs.
Yes, sir.
Can you make any payment?
I made a payment last night. I didn't know if it showed yet.
Yes, it did show,
Okay.
showed today, actually. So. Okay, congratulations on completing your treatment.
Thank you.
Set May 24th is your next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Once you finish paying, you don't have to come back.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Taylor Parmenter, 23/189/199. She's with PRT.
Your Honor, she was recently discharged from QRT.
Okay.
She left treatment the same
Not in a
day.
good way, or?
Not in a good way, no.
Says she completed women's recovery program at Mended Reeves.
There's been an issue with about 4 relapses. Did not want to gain employment, and then when she was at the treatment center, they had another issue with some medication in the bathroom being taken the wrong way. And then the same day that I discharged her from QRT, she left that treatment program in Marietta.
Okay, I'm going to order you, Ms. Parmenter, to get a drug screening here today. So let's start with that and see where we go after that. So go do a urine screen, come back, we'll decide how we're going to proceed. Austin Pritchard. Austin Pritchard, 18/12/33 and 12/34, and 18/35/25. Still owes fines and costs. He was at Lawrence County Recovery, but that was last fall. Okay, he owes quite a bit. He had a bond up, so I'm not sure if that was released. So I'm gonna put this one on my desk, because it's a pretty lengthy file, so I'll look at it after court, decide if he still is subject to a bond or just a warrant. Stephanie Romans is here, 17/30/10. And she's finished all her funds and community service. And has a report from Bethesda and completed residential treatment. Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Good.
Optimistic
Yes.
about things?
Yes.
Okay.
She's currently in sober living. We felt that would be the best for her to step down, just not too quickly, but she's doing well.
Okay, very good. All right, I'm going to give you some more time. What's the plan now? Looking for work, or how are we going to proceed?
She's employed
Right.
with Vertiv, so we're just kind of easing her back out, just to make sure everything is going to go smooth.
Okay, you're good with that?
Yeah.
All right. Let's make it a couple months then before you come back. Well, not quite two, because the date that would work best would be June 3rd. So I'm going to set it for June 3rd this year.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Congratulations, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Shauna Scarberry. Sheena, I'm sorry. 13, 463, 469, 1291, 11, 638, 10, 899. And I believe you have some community service left to do.
Your Honor, she came and spoke to me about it this morning, asked if she could do it at 9 at the dog pound, and I did.
Okay. You have any payment on your accounts today?
Actually, I do.
How much?
I've got 30.
Okay. See the clerk, get your community service done. I'll set your next hearing for May 17th.
17?
May 17th, that's a Friday,
All right.
9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. It's 11/6/38. There's been a date written at June 15th, so I want to change that to May 17th. So I don't know if it-
Okay. Which one was it?
11/6/38.
Okay, I'll check that.
Is it all reviewed? Oh, okay. John Smith, 16/4/29. You just have to pay fines.
Yeah.
Can you make a payment today?
Yeah.
How much are you paying?
30.
Okay, see the clerk, make your payment. I'll set your hearing for May 17th also. May 17th, 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you.
Once these are paid, you don't have to come to any more hearings.
State of
said May
Ohio calls
13th?
Taylor Carmen.
13th of May.
Taylor Carmen.
Oh, 17th.
May 17th.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you have a case in juvenile court also involving the children?
I am fighting for custody of my youngest, yes.
Okay. You have a lawyer in that?
Yes.
Who is that?
Jason Donnell.
Okay, I don't know. What county is that in?
He's out of Lancaster. But the county, it's in Lawrence County.
So it is here in our court?
Yeah.
Did they file anything over this endangering children charge?
No.
Keep it down out here.
Don't have
Keep it down.
anything, nothing in that respect in the juvenile court was, so this person that's representing you there, you hired him then?
My ex hired him and I'm trying to get a job so I can continue paying him.
Okay.
And I just wanted to let you know that I am in outpatient treatment. I have staff with me.
From what facility?
Pierce Solutions.
Okay, good. The person that's with Ms. Palmer, come up, please identify yourself. Yes, ma'am, could you tell us who you are?
My name is Ashley Koger. I'm a peer supporter from Peer Solutions in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Okay.
Taylor is my client. She'll be receiving supportive counseling or supportive group counseling and peer support services.
Is she living in Parkersburg now? Or?
She's living in Williamstown.
I'm staying with a friend until I get back in my house in Marietta.
Okay, and that Marietta, you have been at a treatment facility there?
Yes, I left because of issues there, and I have just been trying to get a job.
So what she's doing with you is outpatient?
Yes.
And how often is she screened?
We don't screen unless it's requested. I have not screened her.
Okay. Well, she screened today, positive for THC, looks like the only thing.
Yeah, she has admitted to only using THC.
Is this the only case you have here? How many cases do you have now? Look it up, see if there's another case.
Your Honor, I think there was a possession that was already dismissed to QRT, so that would probably need to go to grand jury.
That
Okay.
one would be
That's what I was thinking.
23-189.
That case was 23-189A. She had a felony possession
Yeah.
charge from right about a year ago.
And then the B was also possession with drugs, and that's 5.
Yeah, there was a B case too. So is that going to be taken to the grand jury or?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, well, what you've got remaining pending here was the endangering children. You had some community service, which you did, and you had some fines to pay, which you paid more than half of it. Do you have any idea when that'll go to the grand jury?
I'd have to talk to Jackie. My guess would be the next one.
Okay, well, you need to stay in treatment, you need to get good results, that's the best possible thing you can come in, because you understand, now they're gonna take you to the grand jury, if you get indicted, you're gonna be in the felony court now, on 2 possession charges. Because QRT said you didn't comply with what they wanted you to do.
I've been struggling finding a job.
Okay. Well, I'll set, and I think I've let you appear by teleconference before, or?
Yes.
I'll set your next hearing for, so you have facilities where she could do teleconferencing, or maybe you have,
Yeah.
you have the capability.
Yes.
I'll set your next hearing for May 20th, and one thing, you don't have well, you can talk to your lawyer that's representing you in the custody issues, but if I were you, this is a little free legal advice, I would keep monitoring what's going on with your case before the grand jury, because what can happen is you get indicted and you don't know it. If they don't have a way to get a hold of you, you get arrested on the warrant, whereas if you let them know you will voluntarily show up on your own, that makes it more likely you'll get a signature bond. Well, I think pretty much are going to get a signature bond if you show up on your own. Whereas if they don't know how to get a hold of you, get arrested on the warrant, one, you're arrested, you got to sit there until you're arraigned at least, and you might have to post a cash bond. So the clerk of the Common Pleas Court has a website. You can I would monitor that all the time, put your name in, see if there's been an indictment returned, and they will post the date of your arraignment.
Okay.
and you should show up for that. Okay? And stay clean and go to counseling. Those are the things you can do to really help yourself. Any questions? And you gotta be back here May 20th at 9 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll let you appear by teleconference.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're going to start the arraignment hearings now. So, arraignment is what first hearing is called criminal case. So if you're here for that, or if you had a case where something, you didn't appear for a hearing, something went bad, you got a warrant, you'll get called with the arraignments too. And if you're coming in to get the warrant withdrawn because you missed a hearing report, you need to go check in with the clerk to make sure they know you're here, because you're not on the docket until you tell them that you're here. Yeah, wait till I finish and then you can go do that. When your name's called, come up to the table to your right, stand there like the prior people did. I'm going to go over the charges with you. You don't have to agree with them, but you need to understand what you're charged with. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. What you say, though, is on the record, so if you get up and say stuff, and explain, or make an admission, the prosecutor can use that against you. So it's better to talk to a lawyer than to get up and try to tell me what happened, because this is not the trial today anyway. This is just the arraignment. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to dismiss this. That's not going to happen today. It could happen down the road. You have a right to have an attorney appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to have bail. You have a right to make the state prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. If you decide you're going to enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea, you're waiving those rights that I just explained to you. If you don't understand what's happening, if you want to talk to a lawyer, if you want to have a trial on your case, or if you don't know what to do, you should enter a not guilty plea. Not guilty is always the safest plea you can enter. Don't enter a guilty or no contest plea because you want to get things over with. That's not because I have people tell me, I just want to get it over with. That's not a good reason to enter one of those pleas. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus James Kearns, case number CRB 24-136.
Missed the hearing.
James Kearns. Come up to the table to your right. And you are James Kearns?
Yeah.
Mr. Kearns, it's alleged that you failed to confine a dog on March 15th of 2024 in Fayette Township. That's a minor misdemeanor, maximum penalty, $150 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to this?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true. You understand that? Okay, I've got an affidavit from a deputy, Pizzelli, that says I was dispatched to an address that he gives reference to a dog bite. I arrived on the scene to find a Jennifer Markowitz being treated by Lawrence County EMS for a bite to the side of her abdomen. She advised she was out in the road jogging when a dog ran out and attacked her. I obtained information from Jennifer, photographed her injury. She was transported by EMS for treatment. I contacted the dog's owner, spoke to James Kern, advised me he owned the dog that bitten Jennifer. He stated he has an invisible electric fence to keep the dog contained, but it had somehow gotten through it and escaped. James was advised this was his responsibility to keep the dog contained and was given a citation for animal running at large. He also advised me he owned the dog for 2 years and had not been vaccinated since he got it. Okay, any statement you want to tell me?
So I had the electric fence, but now I'm going to put up a privacy fence for it.
Okay. Do we need to continue sentencing? Is there any medical bills or anything?
Yes, Your Honor. She's going to have some medical bills from Cabell ER in the ambulance bill, and she has not received them yet as of the end of last week.
Okay. So what I have to do, because restitution is the payment of the expenses that this person that was bit could have. That's part of what I can order, but I have to order it at the same time that I do the sentencing, according to our Supreme Court. So I'm gonna have to delay the sentencing until they think she can get her bills and come in here. You have a right to question them and see them and all that. So, and I have no idea what they're gonna claim at this point. Are you employed, sir?
No, not right now.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's a Monday or Friday when we come back, right? So I'm gonna go out, because I know sometimes it can take a while to get the bills sorted out, so maybe a month out to do that. Maybe more, because the docket still is pretty heavy, exactly a month out. So let's go to May 24th, that's a Friday. I'll set it as a sentencing hearing. It's going to be at 10 a.m. I'll let you sign a $500 signature bond. That just means you're promising to come to court. If you don't show up, you got to pay $500 as a penalty. May 24th, 10 a.m. for sentencing hearing. Do you have any questions, Mr. Kearns?
No.
Okay, be back here at that time.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Donald Knight, case number TRC 24750.
That perimeter, I set that for another review. I didn't, it wasn't dismissed. This,
Oh, okay.
the CRB
I thought you
case.
said the one, the CRB, okay.
CRAs were dismissed.
CRA, okay.
What's the date after that?
It is on
May-
4/15. Oh, 5/20, sorry.
Okay. And sir, you're Donald Knight.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Knight, the state is alleging that April the 9th, 3:52 a.m. in Rome Township, you were operating a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol or drugs, or a combination, that you submitted to a urine test. Those go to the lab for testing, and it takes several weeks to get the results. I don't have any results on the test today. So last, this would be your first offense within the look-back period. So the first offense, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, and a 3-year license suspension. That's the most that can happen if you're found guilty. There is a minimum. The least that can happen if you're found guilty is 3 days in a treatment program, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. And it looks like this is the only charge you have. Do you understand this charge?
Yes, sir.
You understand the rights you have? How do you plead to these charges?
No, I got you.
You want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Are you working?
Not right now.
Do you have any income?
No.
I'll appoint Mr. Thompson. This is Donald Knight, has a first offense OVI, charged with a urine test, so be looking June 10th. June 10th will be your next hearing. It'll be that long before we get the results back. June 10th for a pre-trial. June 10th? Yeah. 10 o'clock. He can sign a $1,500 signature bond.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy Alexander, case number TRC 21, 1967, A and B.
All right, you're Jeremy Alexander.
Yes, Your Honor.
It looks like you had an OVI conviction with a review hearing on February 26th that it's alleged you missed. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have an explanation for that?
After I quit my job, I decided to start my own business, and it actually went fairly well, and I honestly forgot. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Okay, you paid your fines, but you still have
4 days of community service
community service
and a $100 bench warrant fine. I can pay the fine next week. I have a job tomorrow. I gotta have $1,200 to rent a lift, so.
Okay, and you went to the 3-day school too, you did
Yes.
the
Yes.
driver intervention program last summer.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. All right, well, just get your community service done, you'll be completed, so I'll withdraw the warrant
Thank you.
and give you another review hearing date. I'll make it May 24th.
Okay.
Should get it finished by then. If you do, you don't have to come back.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. 9 o'clock, May 24th.
State of Ohio versus Justin Lehman, case number CRB 2688.
All right, and you're Justin Lehman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it looks like you had a review hearing back in August of 21. The warrant was actually issued in September, but it looks like you failed to appear in August of 21. And then you got arrested on the warrant, and I'm showing you posted a bond through Sowards Bonding on April the 13th.
Yes, sir.
You admit or deny you missed your hearing before? You admit or deny?
Yeah, I was just, it slipped my mind, to be honest, no excuse.
It was a theft conviction, and you paid today. Yeah, most of what you have to do is pay restitution. There was $725 due to Jeffrey Hughes, and he was supposed to go to some counseling, so I guess he's at RRS now?
Yeah, I still.
Yes, he's compliant with services, good screens.
So how long's he been there?
He's been with us for probably 6 months.
Okay.
He's compliant with common police probation too.
All right. Do you have a job now, or you?
Yeah, I work full-time.
Okay. I'll cancel the warrant, set your next hearing for May 24th for a review at 9 a.m. So the main thing, we gotta get this restitution paid.
All right, I'll go tonight and pay the rest online, because I wasn't aware, and I went to the ATM. They'd only let me draw out 400, so.
Okay, yeah, you can make payments online.
Okay.
All right, that's all.
Thank you.
May 24th, 9 a.m. is your next hearing.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, that we We may have more arraignments coming that we don't have the paperwork on yet, but as of now, that's all we've got ready to do. We're going to start pretrial dockets now. So we need lawyers, and we need anybody out in the lobby who's got a pretrial to come in.
State of Ohio versus Jeffrey C. Gardner, case number PRC 2468, A and B.
All right, this is Mr. Each's case. It's set for a pretrial today.
Your Honor, if I can just give you a little bit of history on this case. This is a January arrest. I requested discovery January 18, didn't receive it. I filed a motion to compel. I received it on March 4, and the prosecutor's office acknowledged the error. I've got the email thread that shows that. I did receive the paper discovery and the video on March 4. The breath test discovery, what I believe to be the final piece of breath test discovery, was received April 10th. I represent that the defendant has retained Dr. Bellato to review, consult with us on the breath test in this matter. I believe he should have the records today, Your Honor. I would ask the court for 30 days to allow me to file any motions relating to the breath test or motions in general, come back and pre-trial the motions, and then schedule from there. I have looked, Your Honor, at Friday, May 17.
That's fine. Is that okay with you, Mr. Each, for a pretrial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. May 17th will be pretrial on any motions, and that will be at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll be in touch with you, Judge. Yes, sir. Thanks, sir.
State of Ohio versus Jared R. Stover, case number PRC 24674, A, B, and C.
Mr. Each, is your appearance in?
Yes, sir.
And you had filed that before, so this wasn't noted on the outside of the file. Not guilty plea is entered. What can we accomplish today?
Your Honor, at this time, the defendant has received the standard paper discovery and the video in this case. I intend to file a motion to suppress within the rule and would ask the court to allow us to come back and pre-trial that motion. The May 17th date also works in this case, if that's acceptable.
May 17th will be pre-trial on motions at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Cody and Mead, case number PRD 222101, A and B, PRC 23152, A, B, and C, PRC 221690, A and B.
Judge, I've spoken to the prosecutor. He's signed the Chairman, these cases, somehow, this one case got separated today from the other cases, which are all set April 26th. And the treatment provider couldn't be here today, and I have a motion to reunite this case with the ones on the 26th, if that's agreeable.
Okay. State's agreed to that. All right, so I'll move all these cases on Cody Mead to April 26th. Yes. Those will be for pre-trial.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Kenneth Siders, case number TRD 2497, A and B.
All right. My note on this was proof of insurance.
And he provided that earlier with also his license has been reinstated.
Has provided proof that the vehicle was insured at the time this occurred and that he's got the license reinstated. So how the state should be honored.
Your Honor, the state would not oppose the dismissal of the DUS charge if he pleads guilty to the stop sign charge.
And we're agreeable with that.
All right. $20 fine, court costs. You pay that today?
Yep.
Okay, see the clerk.
Okay.
A case was dismissed.
State of Ohio versus Kimberly R. Yates, case number CRB 2429. Kimberly Yates.
Your Honor, Ms. Yates apparently has COVID. She sent pictures of the test that she took, which I've shared with the prosecution. So we would ask for a continuance.
Of May?
Very good. Thank you.
May 6th.
State of Ohio versus Melissa Dempsey, case number TRC 21244, CRB 21291.
She did all her community service, right? I think she had.
Melissa Dempsey?
Yeah. Your Honor, I think she did a short stint in jail, I think, and that was supposed to finish this case up.
I don't have any notes to that effect. This was an ODI. She went to, she had an ankle monitor at one point.
I think it was the dip school, I'm sorry. This is the person who moved to Mississippi and...
Oh, I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have any idea where she is?
No. Can we give her 7 days? I'll get her in here.
She got 7 days before warrant issue.
Thank you.
Yeah. The one that you had, Gates, Kimberly Yates.
State of Ohio versus Robert E. Hensley, case number CRB 23-324, CRA 21-345, CRB 21-346, CRB 21-242, CRB 21-114, A and B. Robert Hensley.
Mr. Morford's case set for retrial.
Christina? Christina Burson.
Your Honor, Robert did successfully complete OVP, and he is to continue to the Cardinal Treatment Center today for long-term treatment.
Okay, that was Brianna Dement from OVP Superior Teleconference.
Graduated peer mentor too, sir.
State is in agreement with that.
In agreement with,
He's finished OVP inpatient going to Cardinal. Is that going to be inpatient also? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
we're in agreement with that, Your Honor. Thanks, Lance.
And which Cardinal facility?
The Ironton location.
I see something in her, and she said she should be here.
How about May 17th is the next hearing?
That's good.
May 17th will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Jennifer Bowles, case number CRB 24175, Mr. Steyer's case.
Case set for pretrial.
Your Honor, when I last checked, Ms. Bowles had not checked in.
Any communication?
No, and apparently there was an issue with her release over the weekend. She was supposed to have been released last week, but didn't get released. Well,
That's one I
sorry,
talked
2
to you
weeks
about in
ago.
Chambers last Monday. They kept her in jail over the weekend due to a bond mix-up, and she's never called to schedule an assessment or anything.
Did she get out of jail?
Yes, she did get out of jail.
She's got 7 days to come in, or there'll be a warrant issued in that time, at the end of that time frame.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Cameron F. Harris, case number CRB 24106.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
You don't have that video. No, we don't have it yet. This video.
Judge, we have exchanged discovery. The state has a video that they have referenced, but I've not received a copy yet. They're still working on trying to copy it or do whatever they need to do to download it to send it to me. So I think this one's probably going to need to be moved for another pretrial and see if we can get it resolved. Mr. Hill, do you agree?
We do agree.
Okay. Very interesting.
You have a preference for a date, let me give you the dates we're looking at. So, it's like, May the 6th, the 10th, 13th's not so good. May 6th, 10th, 17th. Any of those work?
May the 10th does, Your Honor.
Okay, May the 10th will be the next hearing,
Okay.
pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brooklyn Whittington. Case number CRB 2422.
Morning, Judge. This is about a 120-day-old DV. State and I discussed this. I believe they're ready to dismiss this on payment of court costs. There's been no further issues.
That's my notes. Can she pay the cost?
Pay that today, correct? Yeah, she can pay that today.
All right, be dismissed on payment of costs, see the clerk to do that.
There you go.
To your right, she needs to report.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Elizabeth P. Hughes. Case number CRB 24102.
This is Mr. Vital's case for pre-trial.
Yes, Your Honor. This is also an aggravated menacing charge.
Yeah, let's,
You want to do it on the 10th?
10th is fine.
Okay. Judge, I think in this one, we're going to just have to agree to disagree. It's a he said, she said, or in this case, a she said, she said. Neighbors not getting along. She denies the charges adamantly. She did anything wrong here, so we're probably just going to need to set it for a trial.
Okay.
Possibly on the 10th, if we could.
May the 10th at noon.
Yep.
Be the trial.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Call. Case number CRB 2493.
This is Mr. McCown's case for pre-trial.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Are you willing for us to do a pre-trial before we set it for trial?
Can we go ahead and, when are we looking at for pre-trial?
You tell me, a couple weeks.
I don't, well, my problem is I'm going to be out for a few weeks here for other trials. I'd like to go ahead and get a trial date if we could, and then pre-trial. If we can pre-trial before then, that's fine.
That's fine.
But I'd like to go ahead. Your Honor, it appears we're going to need a trial date in this, and they've requested another pre-trial before that date, which is fine, but I don't want to get too backed up on the calendar. We did request a jury in this case.
Okay. And you're still wanting a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. we do the jury trial on May 31st.
I'm unavailable that date, Your Honor.
Probably going to be July before. June is pretty well booked up.
What dates does Your Honor have?
You just set one in July for,
You said it the 19th.
yeah, the 19th.
If I may, I'm out of the office July the 24th to July the 31st, so.
We don't want to set it then. I'm assuming nobody wants to come in on July the 5th.
I can do July 5th, Your Honor. I'm fine.
Can?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't know the staff would want to, so they'd be off on Thursday. And probably every other court in the county, I'm going to go out.
I will.
and
If the court's closed, then it is what it
Then the
is.
other courts are going to be, we're probably going to be the only ones working that day.
Your Honor, if, could we approach briefly?
Yeah.
We are working.
I know, that doesn't stop them from closing.
No, that's fine.
We will have court on July 5th, but I don't know if we want to do a jury trial. The divorce is set for something. So you do want it or don't want it? Well, they'll probably want to continue after that. The domestic court, go do that first and then come out. Okay. Yeah, we can do it. That sounds good. If we got the chance of PA for the rules. Sounds like that's what's going to hold this up. It's pretty egregious to me. But it wasn't, so. You got any pre-trials in that? So it seems to me we probably need to come back after you guys get together on those issues. I'm just we can do May the 10th. Because we just had a jury trial. We don't have a whole lot yet. Second trial, I can continue there. Which trial said that it wasn't a jury trial. raise money before?
My feeling is that it's, if we have to file in all preparation will already occur. It is better May the 3rd, go home, go out, and
Couple weeks?
2 weeks.
Okay. So let's do it, I don't think I'm gonna be here April 26th now, that you don't need to know that just came out. April 29th. Or make it May. All right, I'll set a jury trial for May the 10th at noon. The pre-trial on April 29th. Thank you, Madam 10th.
State of Ohio versus Patrick Murphy, case number TRC 24-241. Patrick Murphy.
All right, this is Mr. McCown's case, pre-trial on the,
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, there's, previously the state, I think, had some trouble getting some information from the investigating authority that provided that to us, that beget additional questions. They've got that evidence now to us. After speaking with Mr. Hill today, it looks like we're going to have to file a motion to suppress in this, and Mr. Hill has requested a pretrial on that motion.
okay. The motion's not filed yet.
It has not been, Your Honor. We just got the additional information here within the last week or so, week and a half.
Okay, when do you want to do that? The 10th?
We can do that, Your Honor. As the pretrial date?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
May 10th for pre-trial. 10 o'clock. Okay, and that's going to be the last pre-trial I'm going to set that day. We're going to do the jury trial then too.
Yes.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Tanya M. Hardy, case number CRB 24206. Tanya Hardy.
Tanya Hardy, come into court. This is fast. Let's go to the next step. Stay out.
State of Ohio versus Stephen Thompson, case number CRA 22617, TRC 222476, A, B, and C. This is Mr. Morford's case, it's a preliminary.
All right, this is Mr. Morford's case, set for preliminary hearing and pre-trial. Stephen Thompson. He was at RRS.
He's been doing well everywhere. He's also in a court of common pleas, and
He's clean compliant with requirements there. He has been working. I haven't heard from him that you give me a week to get him in. He is in front of Judge Finley and undergoes regular monthly ILC reviews there, Your Honor.
Mr. Deal?
He has had a lengthy period of success.
Speaker Ross, he was here.
Well,
Okay. Now, yeah, they're on now, they were on.
It's a review.
all right.
Need to be in here for pre-trial. He'd get in trouble.
Okay, Mr. Gwynn is here.
Mr. Thompson's here Saturday for community service also.
As you can see, Judge, he's also working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
He's completed with us on Friday, Your Honor.
Okay, very good.
Your Honor, Panel Police is monitoring him also. They call me about once a month. And I believe they're going to give him double credit for all this community service he's done here because they're giving him credit for it also. They're finishing up.
Well, he's got, he had a pending felony, 22617, so I don't know if the state's ready, if you want to dismiss that. It was a possession charge. He still has, there's an OBI that needs to be dealt with. He had already pled guilty to that about a year ago. We've just been delaying sentencing while he went to treatment.
So as far as if he's being monitored by common police court, then we don't have a problem with going ahead and dismissing the possession charge, given his success in treatment.
Okay, so 22617 is dismissed due to his successful completion of treatment. Congratulations. He had already pled guilty on 22-2476, A, B, and C. In effect, he's had some prior OBIs, but they were more than 20 years ago. So this would be considered a first offense now. And a failure to control and a safety belt were the 3 charges. So I'll go ahead and sentence him on those matters. Anything you wish to say, Mr. Thompson?
No, sir.
Mr. Morton?
Judge, I've known this man, I've known his mother. We got close here in your courtroom, actually. And I know she's smiling down from heaven on him. He has made substantial turnaround in his life, Judge, thanks to your help and that RRS and Judge Finley. He has definitely had a huge change in his lifestyle.
Okay.
What case are you going to send him on?
22-2476.
I have that we did that already.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It shouldn't have been entered yet. Well, that's the date. That's correct.
Last 2003.
Yeah, it was, according to my records, it was delayed. Oh, no, looks like there was an entry put on there.
He's saying yes, Judge.
A, B, and C.
Okay, well, he's already been sentenced then on the OBI. So just dismiss the felony possession, 22617. Then he had a littering that's still pending, that had fines on it, so the community service should go toward that. Or however it was split up, because I don't have any, it hasn't been reviewed for a while, so I don't have anything on where his community service was placed. So that'll need to happen. So I'll set him a review hearing. What's your work schedule, Mr. Thompson?
Mondays would be the best.
Mondays are better, okay. June 3rd. June 3rd will be his review hearing at 9 o'clock on both of these matters, so. If you need a copy of the entry, there's one in the file. It's kind of varied because there's been a lot of stuff happen since you got sentenced, so. See Mr. Major if you want to get a copy of it.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
you, Judge.
Congratulations.
State of Ohio versus Davin Woodyard, case number TRC 24150 A, B, and C. Davin Woodyard.
Okay, I have this as set for hearing on motion.
Your Honor, this is the one Mr. Hill contacted me and you and about converting it to a pretrial.
Okay.
The state has identified additional witnesses and video evidence. They've provided that to me. It has a dramatic impact on the propriety of the motion going forward. It looks like there will be a change of plea in this, but we would like some time for him to discuss it with his employer.
Excuse me. All right, when would you like to come back?
Your Honor, again, it looks like that May 10th date that we've been setting, unfortunately, is pretty much the earliest for me. I hate to put these out that long, but it's a...
Okay. Well, I said I wasn't going to say any more, so you're going to make a liar out of me.
He said no more pre-trials, Your Honor. It could be a plea.
All right, May the 10th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, sentencing.
Ready to go to Lawrence County Jail.
And we have hearings to do at the jail by teleconference.
State of Ohio versus Jaron Bailey, case number CRB 24207, and Bethany Camelman is on that.
All right, are you Jaron Bailey? I am Judge Capper. Your case is filed in the Lawrence County Municipal Court where I'm judge. So you're appearing in the courtroom by teleconference on monitor here. It's all being recorded, your image and what you say. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to remain silent. If you choose to make statements, what you say is going on the record, it could be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, to make the state prove the charge filed against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are the rights defendants have. Do you understand those rights? Yes. You're charged with domestic violence. It alleges that on April the 13th, 2024, you not only caused or tried to cause physical harm to Amber McGannon, and that she's either a member of your family or a member of your household. So that makes this a first-degree misdemeanor domestic violence charge. The maximum penalty for this that you face is 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
and you understand the rights you have as a defendant. How do you wish to plead to this? You can plead not guilty, guilty, or no contest. Those are your three choices.
No contest.
No contest means you don't want to fight the charge. You're not admitting that you did it, but you're not fighting it either, and it usually results in a guilty finding. So there's not a lot of difference between no contest and guilty. So if you don't want a guilty finding, I would suggest you enter a not guilty plea.
Not guilty.
All right. Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
I would like to just keep this on, yeah.
You haven't made a hire lawyer.
No, I don't.
Do you have a job?
No, I don't.
I'll appoint Mr. Morford to represent you. He's here. He's been in the courtroom while your hearing's been taking place, so he's heard everything. What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Bailey?
Our first concern would be being able to make sure that Mr. Bailey would not have any contact with Ms. McGann until we could get into the case and see what's going on. There is an indication, at least in this criminal affidavit by the deputy, that there may be mental health issues involved.
Do you have a place to live, sir, other than with Amber?
No, I have a place to stay though.
Where would that be?
A hospital, if anything.
Okay. Are you under the care of a physician now?
Nope.
You don't have a doctor that you go to on any kind of regular basis?
No, but I should. Absolutely.
Do you have any family where you can go to stay?
Not right this second, but if I see a doctor, yeah.
Well, I think, I don't feel comfortable just giving him no arbor bond with under these circumstances. So I think what we need to do is let you talk with him, Mr. Morford, and then we'll come back and decide bond. So what I'm going to do, sir, your lawyer, Mr. Morford, is going to call down and talk to you about some of these issues on bail and when to come back to court, that sort of thing. And after that happens, then I'll have you back on the teleconference and we'll figure out when your next court date is going to be, what your bail will be, and those kind of conditions. So you're going to talk to him, and I could ask the deputies that can keep him where Mr. Morford can get a hold of him by phone. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Bethany Camelin, case number CRA 24189A and B. David Dinoff is on deck.
This is Mr. Steyer's case.
Your Honor, there's a co-defendant on this that, I mean, there's also in the jails. We're probably going to actually deal with both at once, but we might want to get Mr. Nash out here on just to kind of figure out what we're doing logistically.
All right, we need Mr. Nash in the courtroom.
He's got Mr. Summers.
All right, Mr. Nash is in the courtroom. He represents Deputy Summers on case number 24190. One of the drawbacks of teleconferencing is, at least we don't have the ability to have two defendants appear in the courtroom at the same time.
And for that reason, if it turns out the state wants to go forward with a preliminary hearing on this matter, we may want to ask to bring the two defendants down so we can do the preliminary once rather than twice, but I'd leave that to the court's discretion, the necessity of that. But I don't know what the state plans to do at this point.
Your Honor, we'll be prepared to have a preliminary hearing at noon. Detective Lehman is the witness and he will be here. However, we're also willing to discuss a lower bond if that helps either one of these people. We'd be willing to recommend a bond of $10,000 cash or surety if that would help.
I will, well, I'm just gonna ask, do you believe you can meet a $10,000 cash or surety bond? It would probably cost you a minimum of $1,000.
No,
So, doesn't sound
Sounds
like.
like we need to have them
I
transferred
have no more bond.
for their preliminary hearings that are set at noon. So we've got a little over an hour to get them here.
Thank you. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus David Dinoff and Charles Carter is on deck. Dinoff's case number is CRA 24208 A and B and TRD 191517.
And sir, you're David Dinoff.
Yes, sir.
You've got some new charges and small charges, 24208. They faxed these down to the jail this morning at 10:22 a.m. So you should reference the 208B charge. Remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you choose to say things, what you say is on the record. It could be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to be considered for bail, and to make the state prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's talk about these latest charges. 208A alleges that at Union Township in Lawrence County on April the 13th of 2024, knowing there was an official proceeding or investigation in progress or about to be started, that you altered or concealed a thing with purpose to impair its availability as evidence in that proceeding or investigation. That's a felony of the 3rd degree. The maximum penalty is 5 years in jail and an $8,000 fine. 208B alleges the same date and time, place, you knowingly were in possession of a controlled substance, and that was methamphetamine. Possession of that in an amount that exceeded the bulk amount is a felony 3, also maximum penalty 5 years in jail, $8,000 fine. Do you understand these charges filed against you?
Yes, sir.
Then you've got an old case, case number 191517. It was driving without a driver's license. It looks like you got convicted in this court October the 11th, 2019, had fines, court costs, and community service to pay with a review hearing for April the 17th of 20. It's alleged, well, actually, you came to that one. The one you didn't come to is alleged to be June the 18th of 20. And a warrant's been outstanding since then. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
I don't. I'm a law-enforcement firefighter out of Fulton. I'm supposed to be taking my PAP test and my refresher for 27.
Well, I'm afraid this trumps that. We'll have to deal with this. So, are you employed at all?
Yeah, I work at Pacific Oasis, law-enforcement firefighter.
Okay. Do you want, I thought you said you wanted me to consider you for a court-appointed lawyer or not. Can you want to hire your own lawyer?
Well, no, I don't want to hire my lawyer. I do need a court-appointed lawyer.
How much money do you make?
I don't make any right now. I haven't started firefighting. Fire season just come back in. I was getting ready to leave the 27th.
Do you file an income tax return?
No.
You didn't make any in the last year?
Well, I didn't fight fire last year, but I called my boss, Steve Dodds, and he wanted me to come out and fight fire again for me this year.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're qualified for a court-appointed lawyer, so I'm going to appoint Mr. Smith, Tyler Smith, to represent you. both matters. The address that I have for you, Mr. Denoff, is Huntington. Is that correct?
Where at?
225 Short Street. Huntington.
That's not my current address anymore.
What is your current address?
hang on. I don't have like a stable address in Huntington. I don't have it. I moved out around my brothers and place to place.
Where would you get mail? If I said, I've got a $1,000 check I want to mail to you, where would I mail it?
3 Simpson Drive.
You knew exactly where to send it.
Well, that's my grandmother's house.
Okay. And that's Huntington?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Melanie Bailey.
Okay. What's the state's position on bond?
State would request a $5,000 cash assurance bond.
Okay, I'm going to set bond at $5,000, cash surety as requested by the state. And I'm taking from what you're telling me that that's a bond you probably can't post. Is that correct?
I can't make a bond, yeah.
So we'll need to, and you came into custody over the weekend, on Saturday?
Yes, sir.
So we can have the preliminary next Monday, the 22nd.
That's fine.
You're available?
Yes.
Okay, preliminary hearings April 22nd, 10 o'clock, and pretrial on the old case. Okay, anything else?
Just in case you do make a bond, do you have a phone number I can reach you?
I don't, and I have no way to make a bond either.
Okay.
Would have to like PR out or?
Well, that's, the recommendation is the $5,000 cash assurance, that's what's been ordered. I don't know if treatment would be, if they didn't know our treatment.
We wanted to discuss something like that if he would waive, but I don't know if you're in a position to waive today.
Okay.
You want to call and talk to him?
I think, yeah, let me call down to the jail, talk to you, and see if we can work something out. Okay, we'll just have a recall. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Charles Carter, case number TRD 152506.
This was set for today. Mr. Carter, what are you doing in jail?
Long story, sir.
Okay. Well, this is your review hearing. It's set for today, so.
Yeah, sir. I completely did forget about this a long time, but I'm here.
Okay.
I just want to ask, my girlfriend was supposed to come over and make a payment on my fines on the 3rd, and I don't know if she did or not.
No, there's nothing in the file. We got a payment on March that was in 20, March 4th of 2020, March the 15th of 2024. There was a payment made, nothing since then.
Your Honor, okay. I get out on Sunday, I can be there, Tuesday morning, make another payment. I gotta take in with Mr. Shoot, I'm sorry, probation officer, John.
Kincaid, at Iron Municipal or?
Sorry.
Ironton Municipal or Common Pleas?
Ironton
Municipal.
Your Honor, he was, Mr. Carter was ordered on 3/15 to be here on 3/18 for community service. He was not here that day and has not been here since.
What do you say about that?
I was having 21 signatures moved down my left arm. I want to talk to you about that morning at court on the you were, and I understand you did have to, yes, sir, but I didn't want to. Call your office. And that's been in our office since the million, I want to do this. I met it here on Sunday, the 21st. Monday, I take a look at it, and Tuesday morning, I'm going to want to be there and expand and get my cleaning service done. 3 or 4 days, I can't remember, so sorry.
Okay, well, I'm going to disrupt that because I'm going to add another day onto it. I'm going to send you to a day of jail for not coming in when you were ordered to previously. So you'll get out and we'll let Mr. Kincaid know that I detained you a little longer. So let's add a day on to whatever he's already getting from our municipal. I'll set your next hearing for May 20th.
Yes, sir.
Your next review hearing is May 20th at 9 o'clock.
Okay, so Tuesday morning on the 23rd, I will check with this occasion, and Tuesday morning, I will be there.
You should be, because I'm going to worry you stay an extra day, so you should be released that in time to get over there.
That's good, Tuesday morning, and yes, sir, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So when do you want him to get,
The morning of the 23rd.
You know, we still have 2 cases pending at the jail, but we're not ready to recall those yet.
Okay.
Here at the court, State of Ohio versus Nahum Lopez, case number CRA 24205, CRA 24133.
Nahum Lopez.
You have the OBI as well.
You can see the OBI. Is it filed?
Yeah, that's the south one.
Your Honor, I spoke with them and they had indicated.
It's here.
It is here, Your Honor. Okay, thank you.
TRC 24744. 24744. But it was originally filed in the village.
That's correct, Your Honor. And Your Honor, there's also case number 24 CRA 133 that we're here on.
Yes. I've got that. That's
Your Honor, it's my understanding after speaking with the prosecution that they have indicated that they will either dismiss or we can waive preliminary. He has posted a bond in this matter, so we would waive preliminary if the state presumably will agree that that bond will carry forward. And we would ask that the OVI also be sent up. The OVI was the underlying offense to this, and I think that
so it'll be knowledge of the injury.
Yes, Your Honor, and we will agree to the same thing.
All right, so 24744 is knowledge of the injury. That's the misdemeanor. Then both you want to waive, or we can waive on the bond's only on 24133.
could we do an OR bond on the 205 and then he's already posted?
Oh, sure, that's fine.
Okay. 24205, he can sign a $2,000 signature bond. And then it's going to be waived for your injury, as is 24133. And that bond will go with it to your injury.
so they're gonna waive that one?
They're waiving both the felonies.
Okay.
And Mr. Hilder, you're going to contact subpoena or summons him, presuming there's an indictment.
Make sure we got a good address. Is the 1938 Booth Quillen Road?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, which one is that? Okay, that's fine.
We can have a file in Spanish and German if necessary.
Yeah. What's that?
So how many cases?
It should say resident.
3.
I have the other, I have CRA 24-205, what's the other one that's going to be waived?
24-133. Did you get the Denali on the
On the OBI,
Yeah.
ABC, yes.
24-7-44?
Yeah.
The entries are approved.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Jaron Bailey at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24207.
Move we approve, Your Honor. Yes. Is Mr. Ben still here, or?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Would you approach the bench, Mr. Ben? This is a complicated case. This guy apparently has some issues. Also, we know within the last 48 hours, he's taken although he denies he doesn't have domestic violence charge. He has nobody here that will take him. He has a South Carolina. Do you have any idea how long it's been? It's been here for a while. It's been local to somebody. His name is Jaron. Okay. We'll recall Mr. Bailey later in the docket. We're working on some housing for him, possibly in treatment.
State of Ohio versus David Dinoff on recall at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRA 24208 A and D, CRD 191517. Jaron Bailey will be on the table.
Mr. Tyler Smith's case.
Yes, Your Honor, I've had a chance to talk to Mr. Denoff and Mr. Hill. I believe, and with Taylor from Bethesda, I believe there's a bed available today for adult male. He is willing to go into inpatient treatment, and with that, he would be willing to do this preliminary and go to grand jury, and the state's okay with that.
Okay, and you,
I'll pick him up today, yes.
he doesn't have Ohio Medicaid, does he?
It's all right. I'll pick him
Okay,
up.
still there. Okay, well, one thing you need to understand, Mr. Denoff, because I know you're talking about going out to California to work. These are felony charges, so if you leave and go to California or anywhere, those warrants are gonna follow you. They're good in California or any of the states or most of the other countries, so you can't run away. You can, but you're gonna be subject to being arrested. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So you gotta do this treatment, and it's not gonna go away if by you running. That's not gonna solve the problem.
If I finish this treatment, will my charge be dismissed?
Possibly.
That'll be up to the state and also to you, so, but we won't know that until we get to common police court, okay?
I'll tell you what we would, maybe as an alternative, we'd let it go, and if they'll waive time, we'll leave it here and see how things go before we would decide. So if he wants to do that.
That's even better. We'll waive time. You'll stay here in county court and we'll see how things go with the treatment, okay? And maybe we can get it resolved here.
Okay, so there's a lot of legal stuff happening here in just a few words, so I'll try to explain it to you. It's kind of hard to understand, but felonies are considered so serious that you've got to be indicted on a felony. You heard the word indictment before?
Yes, sir.
And what that means is a group of people have sat and listened to what the prosecutor says they have as evidence and said, yeah, that's bad, it violates the law, we're going to indict that person. Well, you're charged with a felony, but you haven't been indicted yet because your case hasn't been presented to the grand jury. So what the state is saying they're willing to do, they're not even going to take your case to the grand jury if, big if, you agree to go to treatment and do really well, they won't even present it to the grand jury. You'll just stay here, pinned, and if you do well, graduate from treatment, then they may dismiss it without you ever getting even indicted for a felony.
I'm willing to do that, sir.
Okay. But if you leave, if you decide, hey, this treatment isn't for me, I'm taking off for California, then they're gonna take it to the grand jury.
Yeah.
Well, I have people tell me that all the time, and they still, I just want to make sure you understand the consequence. You're getting a really good deal, because you've got a felony, 3, that's not the lowest level felonies. You've got a mid-range felony that they're at least giving you the chance to try to keep from getting indicted on if you'll do treatment and do well at treatment. Okay?
I'm willing to go to treatment.
Okay. And you not only got to go there, you got to do what they tell you to do, when they tell you to do it, how they tell you to do it, okay?
Got my word, sir.
You're not in charge of your own treatment.
Okay.
Well, I'm telling you all this for a reason. This isn't my first go-around. I've had a few other people come through this court, and a lot of them get the treatment and they think they're running the show. They're going to tell the staff what to do, and they're going to discourage all the other people that are getting treatment because of all these ideas that they're spreading around. Don't do that, or you're going to be in trouble. Okay?
Earl, we did set a preliminary for next week. Did you want to keep that date or change it?
We probably should go out a couple weeks, maybe.
That's fine.
So I'm going to see you rather than next week. I'm going to see you in 2 weeks because I'm going to give you a chance to show me what you can do in treatment, and that you're going to come back with a good report, right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. So you'll go to treatment today. We'll see you in 2 weeks. They're going to tell me what you've been doing those whole 2 weeks, whether you've been doing what you're supposed to or not. And sometimes, if you get up there and really mess up, I'll get some texts in the middle of the night saying, we want this guy taken to jail. I've had that done because they were messing up so bad. They don't want you there anymore. Don't be one of those people. Because the sheriff deputy will show up and you'll be getting in a car and going to the jailhouse if that happens. So, okay, April 29th, your next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Edens here at the court. Case number TRC 23-910, TRC 21-1918.
Mr. Smith's case, Mr. Edens is at RRG's.
Sorry, I only have one. He's compliant with everything. I spoke with him. It doesn't seem like he's done any community service since the last time we were here. I need it written down for him so I can give it to him.
Okay.
How much he owes and stuff.
He's done quite a bit.
Yeah.
But he still has a balance.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a balance of 14.6. So he's done quite a bit, and it's going on, he's fine, and it's reduced it quite a bit, but he still has some left to do. So
Right.
he wants to keep doing it. It's not that hard, is it?
No, it's
not like scraping grease from under the mill.
well, my problem is my vision now is getting worse.
Okay. Well, we'll find something for you to do.
We'll work with him, Your Honor.
I'm at the community center, it's close to walk, I can jog to
I'll
there
work with him, Your Honor.
Okay.
if I can see.
May 31st? Are you available?
Yes, sure.
May 31st.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brian A. Massey. Case number CRA 23765.
this case?
Yes, Mr. Massey, you're still treating with OVP?
Yes,
Is
sir.
that correct?
And Mr. Mint sent me an email, I think, on that and said he was compliant. Okay, so this, yeah, so we just, he hasn't been into it that long, but it's a good, he's got a good start, so let's just continue on and make it May 31st.
That's fine, Your Honor.
No, thank you. You should. Yeah, I should.
State of Ohio versus Benjamin Farmer, case number CRB 24137.
All right, you're Benjamin Farmer,
Yes, sir.
24137 is the case number. You've heard me, I think you've been here, you've heard me explain what people's rights are as defendants several times.
Yes, sir.
Did you catch that?
Yep,
Probably heard it before today.
yep.
You want me to go over it again, or do you understand?
No, I understand.
That's a disorderly kind of, so if you're gonna get charged with something, this is not a bad one to get charged with, because it's a minor misdemeanor. What's that mean? There's no jail time. The maximum penalty you face is a $150 fine. It's alleged March 7th, you recklessly caused inconvenience, annoyance, alarm to others while engaging in fighting, threatening to do harm to other persons or their property, being violent or turbulent. As I said, maximum penalty is a $150 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
How do you wish to plead to this?
Guilty?
Guilty means you're admitting it's true.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's a pretty lengthy affidavit here, which I guess I've got to read into the record, and then I'll decide. So this happened at Country Hearth Hotel. Deputy Barker was called there on a potential domestic violence. And it said there was a male that took off into the woods behind the hotel. We began to search the area, found Benjamin Farmer. Oh, they were not able to find him at first. Went up to talk to a caller, began speaking to a James Van Grift, who stated that he works at the hotel. Benjamin was yelling at his girlfriend, Amber Farmer, and that he and his brother, another employee, asked him to leave. James stated Benjamin started to walk outside. Outside, Benjamin and his brother got in a verbal altercation. Benjamin ran toward Thomas as if he was going to attack him. James stated Thomas then maced him with mace, and they ran off. Spoke to Amber Farmer, asked her questions. She stated Benjamin is her husband. There was not a domestic violence. Stated that Benjamin was acting different, and he was intoxicated. Stated he was not in the room with her at the time of the incident. Got a written statement from James and Amber. Thomas could not read or write, so I got a recorded statement from him. Thomas stated he heard Benjamin yelling, arguing with Amber. Thomas stated Benjamin began to leave and then walked back inside, slung a chair at another employee, then ran out in the woods. Thomas stated Benjamin was yelling, ran toward him like he was going to tackle him. Thomas said he sprayed him with mace 2 times, and then he ran off in the woods. Went back, talked to James, asked him about the chair incident. James said that he forgot about that, but that Benjamin did throw a chair. Talked to Michael Lewis, who was another employee, asked him if Benjamin threw a chair. He said he didn't throw a chair at him, but he had more, so just pushed it toward him, telling him he was not the one to mess with. Michael said he did not have any further information. Later that night, I received a call about a male that was lost in the woods and was informed it was Benjamin. Dispatch informed me that when they called 911, his phone had pinged near County Road 1 at the industrial park. Sergeant Sisler deployed his drone, which had a thermal camera, began to scan the area for him. Was able to locate Benjamin with Trooper White from the Ohio State Highway Patrol and South Point Police. Benjamin was found, ambulance was called for him. I asked Benjamin what his side of things were. He said that he had gotten in an argument with his wife and left, asking if he had been abused by an employee, stated he did actually get hit with mace. He was transported to the hospital by EMS for being out in the elements. Okay, long story. Anything you want to tell me?
No.
Okay. You got maced in the face?
Yeah.
Are you still with Amber?
No.
Okay, you all split up?
Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
From Kentucky,
What part of Kentucky?
Martin County,
What county?
like Louisa.
Louisa, okay. Are you
I
back?
just now completed 30 days of OVP. I graduated Friday.
Okay. So this was back before that, right?
Yeah.
This was back March 7th.
Yeah. See, I worked there at the motel. I was doing construction at the motel, and they ripped me out.
I wonder what was going on there, because it looks like there's no cars there. Are they totally redoing that?
Yeah, I redone it all. The whole when you walk in to the center, and they ripped me out $1,900. That's the reason why the whole commotion started, really.
Okay. Ms. DeMint currently has a report for Mr. Furman.
I do, I have a bunch of it today, so. And he did successfully complete OVP. Today, he is continuing to the counseling center in Portsmouth, Ohio for long-term treatment.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, based on that, I'm going to dismiss your case because you're going to treatment, you've already successfully completed OVP, you got maced in the face twice, and you had to spend the night out in the woods, so I think that's pretty good punishment.
Thank you.
Okay, so your case here is dismissed.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Illinois calls Monty M. Hardy, case number CRB 24206.
Okay, this is for arraignment. And ma'am, you're Tanya Hardy.
Yes, sir.
I've gone over rights of people many times, but I don't know if you were here.
I've been through it before.
You've heard it before?
Yeah.
Okay, you're charged with assault. It's alleged that in Union Township, April the 13th, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Natasha Clark. Assault is a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
And you told me you do understand your rights that you have.
Yes.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir.
You have a job?
Yes, Thoroughbred Express Car Wash in South Point.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes, 13, 18 an hour.
How many hours a week?
Anywhere from 30 to 35.
Okay, if you're eligible for a court-appointed lawyer, then I'll appoint Mr. Morford.
Can I request a restraining order against her for the time being?
Well, I can't do anything because she's not in front of me, but you can go, Mr. Morford can advise you, you can go get a civil protection order, but she's not here, so I can't order her to do anything. She's not before this court. But I can order you to stay away from her, so maybe that...
I mean, yes.
Is that what's being requested from the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
So here's the way this is going to work. I'm going to enter what's called a temporary protection order, which means you have to stay away from her. So if you see her coming, you go the other way. She coming to your house.
What if she comes to my job? Because she's been coming to my job, not
Call the police.
Okay.
Well, I first would tell your employer. Is there
They're
something-
aware. I've sent my managers and stuff out to
I
wait.
tell your manager first, here's a person I'm not supposed to come around, she's coming here. The judge said you should call the police. Is this in the village or out in the?
It was on County Road 59, Fayette Township, at my property.
No, I meant where you work.
Oh, it's in, by Lowe's and South Point,
Okay, it's not in the village, so you have to call the sheriff.
Okay.
Or your manager will. Somebody has to call the sheriff.
Here and there.
So not guilty plea is entered for her. Protection orders issued. Come back. May 6th, May 13th, May 17th.
My employer will work with me. We only do our schedules every 2 weeks, like, that I know of. So whatever date you pick, though, I can put it in when I work out for time off.
Mr. Morphin?
Did you say the 13th, Your Honor?
Yes.
That's the first day I'm available of those
Okay, May
hearings.
13th will be the next hearing. Pre-trial at 10 a.m. and she's posted bond. Well, yeah, she has posted bond, so it's continued.
Yeah, I posted through Gary Sowards.
It's in the file, so your bond's continued as you posted.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Freddie Atkins, case number CRB 23631 and CRB 23437. It's Mr. Stratton's case. I'm not sure if that's same.
I think that Mr. Stratton texted me that he was on, there he is. All right, so this Freddie Atkins, it was on 23631 was and also 23437 was a 90-day case with costs. It's my notes.
Yes, 90-day dismissal with payment of cost.
State agree with that?
Yes, we also discussed the fact that if my notes are accurate, that the parties were going through a divorce, and we wanted to see them all the way through that process, so I don't know where that stands at this time.
We just had parenting time established as far as we made with the divorce so far.
It's not final then?
No.
Mr. Stratton?
Your Honor, I think what Mr. Gill said, but,
he said his notes were that they, it was also conditioned on getting the divorce over, and I guess it's still pending.
Yes.
okay, I don't think it had anything to do with this case, what was going to go on in the divorce hearing. So, I mean, if he able to pay costs today and costs are paid, I ask for it to be dismissed.
What it says to say.
There haven't been any further problems that have been reported to us, so that's a good thing. But part of what we spoke about back on January 16th was that we because this occurred in the context of the divorce taking place, that we would want to see that through as well.
Did you hear that, Mr. Stratton?
My note doesn't say anything about waiting on a divorce or anything else except no further problems and payment of costs. So, I mean, that's where we're at today. I mean, if we're going to wait on a divorce, then I might take a minute.
Do you have a hearing date?
No, we do not yet. We both have lawyers and everything though already, so.
Yeah. One case has been pending since November, the other's been pending since July last year.
We,
Yeah,
go ahead.
We've been through this, this almost went to jury trial, we worked out this deal, the prosecutor, my notes reflect that, there have been no problems, I don't know what else the prosecutor wants us to do. That was part of the deal, just to pay calls and for it to be dismissed. What would the prosecutor additionally like us to do?
To see through to the conclusion of the divorce case. Your Honor, my assistant reached out to the alleged victim in this matter just a few days ago, left a voicemail for her to call, and we haven't heard from her. We had previously. It's not that she's been out of contact with us, but I could have her try to reach out to the alleged victim and see what her feelings are today.
Okay, why don't we do that? I'm gonna let them try to reach her and get her input, and then we'll recall. Just have to see.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Blevins, case number CRB 2286, CRC 21595 A and B, CRB 21162, CRB 19439 A and B.
All right, Mr. Blevins is here, and this is also Mr. Stratton's case.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Blevins, I did still have OVP, but all he has to do to complete his case is to pay fines and do community service. I know he's paid on the fines a little bit. I don't know if all that's done yet.
Your Honor, if I may, I have a note. Mr. Blevins was ordered on 3/15 to have some community service done before the next hearing. He is not there.
Your Honor, he is compliant with outpatient services with OVP. You're gonna have to get him to do something.
I know.
Service.
I know.
So we'll have to do community service.
Okay, he does have community service left to do, and I don't see he's ever, on this one case, it's been a while. And you haven't done any community service. What's your answer to that? Why haven't you done community service, especially when you said you were going to do it the last time you were here?
I know, sir. I got into a new apartment, and my fuel pump went out of my truck this month, so a lot more expenses have been going towards that. But I will go.
When? Give me a day.
Okay, I'll give you a date
A
right
certain
now.
day.
I'll do it this, what's today?
Today is Monday, so you can do it any day except Sunday, right?
I'll come in tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that works.
Tuesday and Thursdays are great days for me.
Okay, I'll be here what time? I get off work at
7:30.
See, I get off work at 8 a.m.
Can he come at 8 after he gets off work?
I'll be
How
here,
long
I'll
will
come,
it take to get here?
I'll come straight here, and I work on Merritt's Creek.
Come on in.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll be straight here. That's what stopped me from coming on the 12th.
Be here tomorrow.
I will.
Okay, next hearing, May 20th.
May 20th is one day I cannot be, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
May 24th.
That'll work.
May 24th will be the next hearing.
I brought money for fines too.
Okay, how much you paying?
$40 today.
All right, see you, clerk.
Thank you,
Your
sir.
Honor.
You are.
State of Ohio versus William T. Green, case number CRB 23686, CRB 23692, CRC 231715, A, B, and C.
Mr. Stratton's case.
Yes, Your Honor. We have all the discovery in this case now. We just need to set up for one more pre-trial. I think we'll be able to resolve this matter.
Okay, I'm looking at May the 6, May 13, May 17, or thereafter?
May 6th is fine, Your Honor.
All right, next hearing, May 6, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Sure.
State of Ohio versus Thomas Lewis, case number CRA 23764. Thomas Lewis.
He does not,
He's
he did not have this here.
My notes were 90 days with costs and no appearance required, get costs paid and the costs have been paid.
I have.
So this case will be dismissed.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Nicholas R. Adams, case number TRD 2014-80. Nicholas R. Adams.
So Nicholas Adams, and he's got a bond up. He did make a payment last month.
Your Honor, I believe he was at community service this weekend also.
Okay.
If it's the same person.
So I'll set a bond forfeiture. Let Mr. Sowers know you can show up.
State of Ohio versus Sean M. Woods, case number TRC 23811 A and B.
Did you set a date for the bond forfeiture hearing?
Not yet.
Okay.
This on Nicholas Adams, let's make it, May 6th. I think the reason I refused to do is just because I looked at the last report from RRS. He was not compliant then.
Your Honor, he's still not compliant. He continues to drink and
Your Honor, that, if I may, that's a sentencing. I could have, if you want him here, I can have somebody else cover it. My issue was that, this is when I've indicated to the court, I'm on a national hiring search for an organization that will be have me out of town this Friday and next Monday.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to go month on it because it had continued for a month, especially if he's not compliant.
I will be here on, if the court wants me to do it, this was Mr. Cremines previously, I could do it May 10th. Although that's not really, quite frankly, that much sooner. Otherwise, I could have another lawyer.
Yeah, let's do that, because I don't know if he's going to show up anyway.
So-
Since he's non-compliant with.
Okay, so that's
Is he
going
even
to,
coming to treatment anymore, or?
He's coming, but he keeps popping positive for alcohol. I've put him on a behavior contract, color code urine screen system, and he's still continuing to drink.
Okay.
I think the next step's gonna be to refer him to inpatient at the VA.
I think you originally had it set, I believe, this Friday.
The 19th, yeah. Can you get somebody to cover that?
It won't be somebody in our firm, but I'm sure I can talk to one of the defense counsel here.
Okay, I'm sure. Let's just keep it then, because he's probably not going to show up anyway.
Okay.
We'll get a warrant for him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus James C. Jones, case number TRC 23536.
And that's maybe more the same.
I think that one was originally, if that was set for the 17th or something, I think Mr. Hield said, after signing off, I think he was going to be gone or something to that effect. Is that correct, Mr. Hield?
I'm not going to be here on the 17th.
Okay,
that was
I was going to continue. I marked the 20th, but I didn't mark it out.
I'm sorry, yeah. It was originally set for the 20th. I don't know if that's, and it may have been, Your Honor, because we did not get an opportunity to discuss the bases for the continuances in this. So the court may have just wanted an explanation. I don't know if it was that or conflict of dates. I don't know, Your Honor.
All right, so the 20th was an agreeable date. It said something else first, and then it was marked to the 20th, so I'm okay with the 20th now.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
What month?
It's May.
May 20th. There's an entry here, I approved it.
Okay.
Make it May 20th, and I'll mark it on the outside of the file. Defendant's request.
And I
Oh, and that's well, let's see, maybe that was it. So it's actually a motion hearing.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So let me check. It should be okay. So it'll be a motion hearing and then on the 20th.
The attorneys are Steyer and Nash.
So I'm going to change it to 12 p.m. It's actually going to be for evidence, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So I've changed it to approve it to continue to May 20th at noon.
State of Ohio versus Cameron Spitzer, case number TRC 231161 A and B.
And this one is set for next Monday. Right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So you want to continue it to a different?
Yes, Your Honor. That came in with that same batch. It'll be,
Okay. Well, we're going to have to go. May 13th.
I can do it, Your Honor.
At noon.
Certainly.
Okay. And this is for evidence also, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, May 13th at 12 p.m. for a motion here.
And Your Honor, we don't have a problem with any of these dates. The only proviso would be that if I contact the troopers and other witnesses and they're not available, we may have to ask to move it again.
And Your Honor, for the record, if it needs to be continued from there, we'd, of course, that'd be on us. We understand that. This is.
Just try to find out as soon as possible.
Certainly.
If they're available. And they need, sometimes it's like, well, I have to go, and what they're saying they have to go to is not that important. So they need to take that into consideration, or, you know, it's not going to be an automatic continuance. I need to know why they can't do it.
Thank you for obliging me, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Haley N. Blake, case number CRB 23760.
This is set on sentencing docket, and she's been at OVP. Yes. Yes. Okay, so OVP considers her completed then, too? It says compliant, but I'm kind of...
Yes, she is compliant, and they, like you said, they have said she has completed, but they would like for her just to continue getting her medications and everything that she is prescribed.
But, I mean, at one point it was 190 milligrams of methadone.
I believe she is still going to the methadone clinic.
Yes.
That is separate from what OVP is doing with her.
I'm trying to dose down so I can,
That seems like a lot of methadone to me. And the problem was, at one point, I think, when we initially screened you, we were screening for fentanyl too.
yes.
That was in January. You got little kids, right?
Yes,
How's that going?
good. My 5-year-old, he's in school. He's been going to preschool for 2 years now.
Okay. And you got another child?
Yes, he'll be 3 in June.
Okay, so home, you all the time?
Yeah,
You still live in Huntington?
yeah. I moved, it's still in Huntington, but I moved out of the apartments.
You're
I got a
not in
house.
You're not in Markham Terrace?
No, I moved out of there.
Okay, well, I think that's good too.
Yes.
My mom lived in Markham Terrace when they were first built. During
I
the-
hated it
during
there.
the war. During World War II, my mom lived there with my brother. Right when he was born at 45, so. Okay. Does the state take any position on this?
No, Your Honor.
I'll go ahead and conclude your sentencing. I wanted you to go get treatment for a while before I finished it up. I'm really concerned about, are you still taking what kind of dosage are you taking on the methadone?
It's still there. I've been telling my counselor I want to dose down. I got to talk to the nurse and take a pregnancy test. And then they'll start dosing me down.
Okay. That just, I mean, I have voiced my frustration about methadone clinics before. I just don't understand how they can do what they do.
I wish I never started, but it was just, I had no choice.
kind of thing.
And you're West Virginia Medicaid.
Yep.
Okay. I'll give you a $100 fine, and I'll suspend it on the conditions you continue with treatment at ODP on an outpatient basis.
Yeah, because we are still asking that she continue on her own accord, because she's prescribed medications and she's doing well with everything.
And I
So
wanted to count like a therapist and stuff, so I want to
Okay.
continue it.
10 days in jail suspended on the condition you stay with ODP outpatient. Walmart wants you to order to stay out of there, so you gotta stay out of Walmart.
That's fine.
And I always do community service, so 5 days community service. 2 years of probation. I'll make it level 4. And I'll see you back in a couple months to see how that you're doing your counseling at ODP. So June is going to be a really busy month. Let's make it June 7th. That's your first review hearing. You need to get a check-in with Mr. Major and his office about your probation. Then you're free to go after that.
State of Ohio recalls Jaron Bailey at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24207.
So our director has agreed to take him into OVP, and we'll just fix his insurance, whether it's South Carolina or what he has to do.
We're going to ask for protection order too, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a mental health provider, so.
I'm anxious to see.
Okay, Mr. Bailey is on the screen again. Can you hear me, Mr. Bailey?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we've got a place for you to go to, Ohio Valley Physicians. They can treat your, pretty much anything that's causing you problems, and they'll give you a place to stay too. So they can pick him up today.
Yeah.
I'm going to order you released to them for medical care and housing and treatment. I'm going to order that you stay away from Amber McGann. So, shouldn't be a problem because you need to stay there at OVP. You're not to leave the place, and you're not to go around her. And then we'll have another hearing. May 6th.
Judge, that's not a good day for me.
Okay, May 3rd.
Having down on the 13th.
Oh, we did.
I think so.
May
good.
3rd?
Yes.
Let's make it May 3rd. Change, if there is something on 13th, change it to the 3rd. May 3rd will be his next hearing.
Okay.
He can be released on a $2,000 signature bond.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Okay, that finishes up at the jail. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Brian Montroso, case number CRB 1733 and others.
Okay. See, he was on the, is this review or sentencing? Sentencing.
It's on the sentencing document.
Okay, so I have to let Gary know. Bond forfeiture for May 13th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I need a new thumb.
State of Ohio recalls Freddie Atkins, case number CRB 23-631, CRB 23-437.
I didn't see it.
Did we get any information?
We did, Your Honor. We were able to reach the alleged victim in this, and she says that things are going very well and that she's okay with a dismissal today upon the payment of, well, we're insisting on the payment of court costs. But we had previously had some concern that maybe we should follow through and make sure that the divorce was completed successfully, but apparently we're okay, according to the victim, to go ahead and propose a dismissal today.
Did you hear that, Mr. Stratton?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Atkins, can you pay the court costs today?
How much is court cost?
Well, it's 125, but he's gonna owe on 23, 437, 230 due to sheriff fee and his attorney fee.
Can I get a couple weeks on that?
We'll just have to continue it.
I didn't know I was gonna need money today.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know I was gonna need any money today, or I became prepared.
Well, I think it said pay the court costs. Yeah, there hadn't been any, it's not like you paid it on one case. I don't think anything's been paid, so.
No, I'm not paying anything.
All right, Mr. Stratton, let's continue it. When can you?
Okay.
May 6th?
Yes.
Okay, next hearing, May 6th.
Just have it paid by then.
Excuse me, Your Honor, on case number 23, 631, is that one gonna be, both of them gonna be dismissed, or just the?
Well, it was, I think the deal was was it one court cost or two? There's two cases. And they're separate.
One court cost.
Okay, just one.
One court cost.
Okay, one court cost and sheriff's fees, there's some sheriff's fees too, and assigned counsel fee.
Yeah, it's gonna be 230.
230 total. You pay that, you don't have to show up May 6th. You haven't paid it, you gotta show up.
So if I pay $230 on May 6th, I'll have to come back.
Yes, sir.
What time?
It'll be at 10 a.m.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
See it on there, but I wondered why.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that it?
State of Ohio versus Timothy Summers, case number CRA 24190 A and B. State of Ohio versus Bethany Camilla, case number CRA 24189 A and B.
Okay, these are set for preliminary hearings. Mr. Smith, Mr.
Nothing that came up in any way.
And Mr. Sire.
Your Honor, I believe we reached a resolution on this matter for legal purposes.
Okay.
This Campbell, I think, is willing to waive her right to preliminary hearing in exchange for agreement of an OR bond with GPS and a lease too. But that's the her.
Yeah, but
And I believe a similar arrangement was made on the other case, but was never provided.
okay.
Yes, Your Honor. I can take him today.
All right. So these are set for preliminary hearings today on both Bethany Cameron, CRA 24189 A and B, and Timothy Summers, 24190 A and B. There's been an agreement reached that they can go to both with ankle monitors or one? Both. Both. They have ankle monitors. And Ms. Cameron's going to Bethesda. Mr. Summers is going to RRS. And is that with waiver to the grand jury or?
It is a waiver to the grand jury, Your Honor, in this Campbell's case.
All right, do you each understand what's being recommended? You're going to go to a treatment program with an ankle monitor, and your case is going to go to the grand jury for consideration of an indictment, and it's likely that you will get indicted. And you've got more serious, these are, at least one of them is felony too. Maybe they both are, I don't know.
There's an F1.
F1 and F2, so those are serious business. If you're waiving your right to a probable cause hearing today, just saying, I agree my case can go to the grand jury.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree with
Now, the thing, I'm not going to hear your case. One of the common police judges is going to get your case and make decisions about what happens to you. But I think I can say this without anybody in the courtroom contradicting me. The better you do in treatment, the better your reports are, the better the sentences that you're going to get in common police. So you need to be, if that nothing else motivates you to get good reports, that should.
We know better, man. You know what I'm saying? We're just. It's okay. Good.
Yeah, I'm just trying to motivate you to really get in there and work hard and get good reports, because that's going to help you down the road. So good luck to you, your case. They'll be ordered released, and the cases are transferred to common police.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Camlin is word released to Bethesda, and Mr. Summers word released to RRS. With ankle monitor. Okay, court's adjourned.
Bill, I'm gonna need your signature, please.
Right here. Oh, yeah?
I'll bring it in.
And then these videos on, you get those.
I get all of this.
Yeah, it is.
I did. So, I use the whole week.
That's fine.
Although I did go to see the other clinics.
Oh, I wish I would have done that.
Actually, another thing about it is that when you see pictures of all that, it looks like it's going to be really big.
Yeah. Where'd you go to?
Urbana, we used to use that up there.
We just drove up in that direction. And
Okay,
because I knew
Are
that
you
the plane
leaving?
opened fast,
See you, Brad.
coffee and stuff, and things like that, go on the road. We ended up in a van. This is great.
We need to set